Mic'd up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Yankees Coast to Coast on our evening's edition. Talk about our wonderful day off today, which I'm annoyed with. I want some more baseball. I like all these days off. Michael, how do you feel about that?
I don't like days off for the Yankees. I don't mind days off for me, so I guess I can't bitch and
Well,
moan too much.
you're retired. Every day is a day off.
No. I work today. I had to teach my class for 2 hours,
Oh, that's
do my office hours
shaping
for
the
a half. It was a rough one. This is Mondays and Wednesdays are my rough ones.
young minds of our culture in ways they probably can't imagine.
Oh, I'm converting them all to Millerism. So just to go over the schedule this week, this is a show. Well, they're all about nothing, like Seinfeld. But this is a show where we're going to talk about what's gone on this season. Tomorrow night, I'll be alone because Adam is off on Broadway. You didn't know he was a Broadway theater actor. And then on Wednesday, we should be together. On Thursday, we probably will be together. Friday and Saturday, Friday, I'm not going to be around, I don't think.
Maybe I'll have Mr. Kramer. Do you think if we have Kramer on for a non Miller show, I might just take it on the risk of having Kramer on just for the pure comedy of it. But I know you would make you crazy,
Listen,
so
as long
I'll.
as he could prove that he could sign in and sign out, which of course I just did when we were having technical issues, I am more than happy to have Kramer on. And then
Mhm.
Saturday, I don't know what the schedule is going to be either. And then Sunday, I have a game. So I
Me
might not be
too.
around all weekend to help you. But
Wow,
see
me
what
too.
happens.
I got our Sunday first game, our first game Sunday morning. That's right.
Yeah. And we're missing the
Sulak Yankees.
Alexander father-son tandem on our team this year. They're away in
Oh,
New Orleans. So
oh.
anyhow, um, how was your day?
It was fabulous. Thank you for asking, Michael. I really.
Hey, my son got hassled on the biggest radio station in the country, the 50,000
I
watt
have to hear.
powerhouse KNBR, for being a Yankee fan.
Oh, good for him.
And then it's the
Good
Giants.
for him.
It's the Giants' home station, and he said that he likes the A's better on the station.
Wow, very good. I love him. I love him. Go to it. That was
They had a
Max,
lot of
huh?
fun.
Was
They
that
hassled
Max?
they hassled him throughout, so
Good.
it was kind of
And
nice.
I got so you sent it to us so we can listen?
Yeah, I sent it to you so you can listen.
I want to hear that. I want
Yeah,
to
there's
hear
a
that.
video, but I can only clip 60 seconds of it. But it's really funny when they hassle him at the start, and then they hassle him again at the end because it's his first
Hmm.
time on KNBR. He's been on National Hockey League radio on Sirius XM dozens of times, but this one,
Wow.
this one was amusing. He was on with a guy he's friendly with, Ted Ramey, who covers the Sharks, who's had him on
Hmm.
his show, and a new guy who actually is really fantastic on KNBR.
Hmm.
Anyhow,
I love it. Well, and you heard I told you about
yeah,
my
you're
son,
famous as well.
Jamie. Jameson getting a call today. My nephew, my nephew
It's
Jeremy.
nice that you named him after a liquor, by the way.
Yes, Jameson with an I, not an E. So
Hey, my son's
almost
named
there.
after a fake secret agent, so don't worry about
Or there it is. So that's interesting. Maxwell Smart.
it. Yeah.
That's it. Does
Why he
does your
wore 80,
wife
that's
does
why he
does
wore 86 as a hockey player his entire
and
career.
Michelle is okay with this and agrees with the story, or is this something that came after the fact?
Well, I put it up. We were choosing between Maxwell and Maximilian, and I, of course, pushed for Maxwell, which was the winner. And I, of course, she said, why? And I said, because Maxwell's smart. So,
Oh, I gotta love it. So yes, my nephew Jeremy, I should remember his name. Um, he is a food critic for the Star Ledger. So he writes a lot about he does like a lot of blogging about restaurants and lifestyle in Jersey. It's kind of cool. Like he knows everything about pizza. Love the man. He's so knowledgeable.
I'm a
Anyway,
fan already.
he has friends who work for the Daily News, people that he's worked with, and he got word. He said, "Hey, listen, I heard you at the other game the other night. Did you find it annoying and loud?" And we said, he said, "Yes."
It's
And
annoying and loud
my
on TV.
and my cousin was even more annoyed by it. And he said, "Oh, we'd love to interview him." So 5 minutes later, the phone rings, and my son is on the phone talking about how loud Yankee Stadium has become, that it is literally, for even a 22-year-old, it's it's
Right.
annoying. Like
It's not
he
us.
said that the decibel level is like hits 90 and it's truly uncomfortable.
And it's not the fans. We want to get this straight. It is not the fans. It is the music and the constant music between pitches and the music between innings and the music. We are both friends with Paul Olden from Fantasy Camp. He did my voicemail for the longest time. Somehow
Hmm.
I deleted it. He's a great guy. It's insulting to him that they play that music over his voice. It's just stupid. I
You
just
can't
don't
hear
get it.
it. Even that dummy in the bleacher creatures. He's always he was in the paper today talking about how he couldn't stand. Hey, he said they can't even hear the roll
Right, they
call
can't even hear
anymore.
the roll call. You can
Yeah,
barely hear the roll call on TV after you could hear it every game. I
yeah.
think this is not even on our agenda, but this is a great topic.
We should
Um,
definitely talk about
the
this. Is
Yankees.
is
I
it
mean, I
baseball?
can't.
Is it
I'm
the
not. I'm
Yankees?
not a big NBA fan, but I've gone to a few games, and even on TV, it's relentless.
Mm,
The teams are playing defense. They're on offense, and the music is playing.
yeah,
It's just annoying.
yeah.
It's annoying as
They
hell.
and Judge was saying how he thinks that they're all loving it. They think that the guys don't think it's loud enough. They want more. The players seem to want more music, and
Between innings or during the game.
they say between innings they like it. They said that they go to the Knicks. He's become a big Knick fan, and he says he goes all the time, and he says he loves that they you hear the music as they're coming up, they're dribbling
Right,
up the
which is
court.
stupid.
You know,
It's just stupid. I don't, in basketball, I like watching the game. I guess maybe we're different kind of fans, but we like watching whatever we watch. We like watching and learning the technical aspects of the game and what's going on. In
mm,
basketball, I used to love going to the games and listening, even though I wasn't a basketball guy, I used to love listening to them play defense and call out the picks and the
mm.
switches and hear all that, the sneakers squeaking, all that stuff.
Sneakers
I
speak
love that.
exactly. Not
It was
anymore.
amazing. And now you
Nope.
can't hear any of that. I went to the
Mm,
Warriors game this year against, I forgot against two, Oklahoma City. They were down by 40. The Warriors were, and it was unbearable. And I'm sitting there with my
yeah.
friends and I'm like, Terry, this is crazy. You
The
can't.
Yankees
And
they've started
we
to.
were sitting in great seats that Terry got us in the 15th row at center court. And I'm thinking to myself, this is unwatchable because it's unlistenable. And watching the Yankee game, I mean, how insulting is it? Paul's announcing the veteran of the game and you can't hear the veteran's name
Yeah,
because the music is blaring. That is an
yeah.
insult not just to Paul, but to the veteran. Why have the veteran of the game? If you're going to talk over the person's voice, yes, their face and their picture and their name is on the screen, as well as the time that they served in the military and different awards that they won, etc. It's on the big screen, but it's insulting to that person. Anytime there's anything like that, how could they put the music on that loud
Yeah.
over the announcing of the person?
It's way out of control, but it's everything. It's a complete sensory overload. They put in these new scoreboards. They're beautiful. You can see like you wouldn't believe, but they're also exploding all the time. Colors, lights, just on off, lots of movement. They have they have the lights, the scoreboards. Every area now has a scoreboard on
On the
the
facade.
on the facade. So you have one every no longer like one every 6 feet or 20 feet. In the old days, it was
Right.
one on either
It goes
side,
all the
and
way
we
around and it
goes
flashes during a home run and
and
the lights go
all the
on and
way
off.
through, constantly flashing, constant movement. Like I went downstairs, and you just, it's so bright. I had my hat on, very down around my eyes, because it was hard to kind of focus on the game because of such a cacophony of chaos. That's what I kept saying. Like. So fucking, excuse me, so noisy. And then you just feel they're just trying to get you out of your seat, annoy you to get you out of your seat so you go buy food. The food line. I've never seen food lines like this. I know it's the second game of the year, but there were. I had a guy leave. He came. I saw him go up by. We stood up. He walked by us, and I was like, "What happened to that guy?" He came back in the fourth inning. He was gone 4 innings. He missed the vast majority of the beginning, only because he was on food. Comes in like this with food
Well,
line.
food lines, there's ways to beat the food lines
No,
with,
we ordered food
right.
at the seat, but it's only hot dogs, pizza,
and
and
chicken.
hamburgers.
No
That's it.
chicken.
None of the specialty food.
Did you by chance try their new treat, which is the it
Sold
looked like
out.
what?
Sold out.
The thing looks disgusting.
It's basically like a little turd with ice cream wrapped around it and candy on
Yeah,
top of on it. So it looks
and
like hot
cornflake crumbs
like
or something like that
drumsticks.
on the outside, right?
I was so hip. I'm like, I'm getting it. And I was told it was gone first inning. It was gone before. Obviously, what they do with the Yankees is they only sell like 99 for jugs. But now they're down to 31 for shit. They use it in order to create, some kind
Right.
of,
Oh yeah.
I love the Yankees. We're trying to create a buzz. It's like you just sold 99 hamburgers. You made nothing. Yeah, there was a line out the door.
But they ended up, yeah. I mean, the best thing, the funniest thing that I've ever seen in an arena is the Sharks last year had something called cookie nachos.
Oh, that
And
sounds
what they
good.
were was it was basically an ice cream sundae on top of fresh baked little chocolate chip cookies. It
But
was
look like
fantastic.
nachos,
Yeah,
but
but it
look
was like
like
nachos, but it was
Mexican food.
cookies and ice cream and M and
Oh,
M's, and it was
I love that stuff.
fantastic.
I
It
love
was
that stuff.
fantastic.
I
But
mean,
it
come
was
on. I
so
have an
big.
open
It was so
artery.
big. Matthew and I can pack it away. We
No.
couldn't finish it. It was so big.
I love that. I mean, listen, you have one open artery left. Why not enjoy it? I mean, come on. And
Yes.
you can't even get it. That's what sucks. And this is the problem when you're a New York fan and you go to Yankee games, sell out every game. It was a
Well,
lousy
I
night.
want to talk about that. Why do I keep getting emails? $15 seats for this game and buy one get one
Mhm.
free and all these
Oh,
different things. I'm getting all these things for free tickets.
I got a thing the other night from the Yankees that said you were at a great game. The
Oh
Yankees
yeah, I get
won
those from the
big.
Sharks all the time.
Yankees won big. Don't you want that feeling again? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get it from my TV and I can eat my own ice cream
It's
and I
just
don't have
yeah.
to wait online.
And you don't have to listen to the
And I
relentless music,
listen to
although
the
you do.
noise.
Watching on TV, you got to listen to the relentless music too. And I just, no, he's not Bob Shepard, but Paul Olden is an institution already with the
Now he is.
Yankees.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Very
to not be able to hear him is
uh,
just asinine to me.
all right,
Anyhow,
I think we should definitely have a show on this. Let's make it maybe even
yes,
next
next
week.
day off. The next day
We'll
off, we'll
go.
we'll have this.
Which is I
Um,
think Monday. No, I'm
by
kidding.
the
I
way,
think they're done with their days off
when I
finally.
went to the
God
Giants Yankees
almighty.
game, it was not that bad. It was loud, but it was only loud between innings. It was
Yeah,
not, it wasn't overwhelming during the play. Each player had their walk-up song, right? So they played that, but you were able to hear, and they have a lady who's been doing it for
that's
a while
great.
over as their PA announcer. It's
That's
a different
great.
one. It's a different one from when you lived out here. This woman has a much better voice because it's stronger than the woman that they used to
Yeah,
have, I think. And
yeah.
her voice definitely resonates through the stadium very well. And you can hear her. And then the music will play, and then she'll say his name right before the first pitch. They'll tone it down. It's much better than what I've been seeing with the Yankee game because you could hear
They
the PA announcer.
they just want to blow everyone away, and we're gonna have that call. I want to see what my son said in his article. I'm excited to see it come out
Yeah.
tomorrow.
It's going to be in the
So
Daily News, so I'll look it up
because
as
I
well.
told him no f bombs, and you can't call everybody an a hole. All right.
Yeah,
So I
well, right
said,
away, you're going to have a challenge with the language of a 20-something-year-old.
That's another thing. When did kids start saying that? Every other word. I'm like the whole time in the game. I'm like yelling at the screen at the players. I'm like effing you and I was like Jesus. I'm
It's
so
interesting.
old. All
It's
I know is I
interesting.
feel
It's
so
interesting
old.
to listen. Like I wouldn't yell like that really loud with the kids if they're sitting. Not my kids, but the kids. Now you know me. I am freewheeling with regard to my language. And you went to law school, so that's one of the things they teach you, right? You curse a lot, but the thing to me is when we were growing up,
I went to
when
a kinder, gentler law school.
my kids my kids were growing up, we had a swear jar,
Mhm.
right? And everybody said, Michael, you're going to put money in this swear jar like nobody's business. I never had to put money in the swear jar because I cursed at work where there's adults. I didn't curse where there's kids. I curse in the
Mhm.
normal. I got tossed from a game about 20 years ago, And my friends were all astonished that I didn't curse at the umpire. I said, I don't curse when I'm angry. What are you doing? You work out while we're here?
I'm sitting on the life cycle, whatever thing is
I'm going to
called.
talk about Mr. Stanton, and you're not going to be able to open a bag of chips. So
Yeah,
anyhow, let's talk about the team. Let's talk
please,
about something. I want to talk about something
please.
positive to start. Okay, since we really ripped the stadium just now, I want to talk about Trent Grisham. Okay, you and I both. I
Oh,
still don't believe he's worth $22
a
million.
beginning of the show for a few walks. Okay, yeah,
Well,
okay, I'll
no,
do it. I'll
listen,
bite. I'll
I am
bite.
ready to talk. I talked briefly about him in my post game yesterday, but I am ready to live with Trent Grisham if Trent Grisham can continue to have an on base percentage at 370.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he's hitting 172 with a 368 on base percentage.
That's great,
If
and
he
I
can
don't
get his
care about
batting
how.
average
Like
up
I
to
said,
230 and get his on base percentage close to 390, he's not worth $22 million. Don't get me wrong. But getting on base is what we want him to do.
that's what a
And he's
leadoff
doing
hitter
it.
does, and
So
that's it. It's like
offensively,
somebody talked to him. Somebody said,
offensively, he's been fine. Now, defensively, we both know what we both feel, right?
"Yeah, I mean, he still takes weird routes." The other day, the ball he went after a ball, and it was a beautiful ice cream cone. There was a big old ice cream cone right in there. I was thinking, absolutely unnecessary because he had to make it. He
Well, he
had
makes
to
everything look
Cadillac
like
it.
he gets there. He's like, remember when Greg Nels used to play third base and every throw just beat the runner?
Uh
No
huh.
matter what it was,
But
Greg
he
Nels
never
threw it
missed.
just hard enough every time, but very accurate because he was a great fielder.
Never
But,
missed.
but he never missed. That's what Grisham does with fly balls. He makes it so it looks like he just gets there. You know who used to do
Except
that?
he
And
does
everybody,
miss them
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah,
That's really annoys me.
right. So you know who
And it
did that all
happens
the
when you
time, and
least
everybody
expect
hated
it.
him.
Yeah.
Everybody who watched the game started making fun of him for it. Was Jim Edmonds. He was an outstanding center fielder, and then all of a sudden he's diving and falling for balls all over the field because he's timing it when there's nobody on base so that it looks like a great play. And
That
Grisham is making these
ESPN was the.
plays, and it's annoying as hell because he doesn't. He tries to time it to make it look like it was a nonchalant play, and he just times everything. Oh, look how easy this is,
Yeah.
and
Well, he
it's
hasn't made
going to
an
pay. He's
error
going to
this
pay the
year
price.
yet, so
Frankie the
he's
Yankee
feeling it.
sent us a great World Series video of a guy on, wasn't it the Braves? It was what was his name? Grisham, not Grissom, Grissom,
Yes, Gus Grissom. Yes,
not Gus
Grissom.
Grissom. It
Not
was Marquise
Marquise
Grissom.
Grissom,
He just dropped the fly ball for no reason.
and one of the great, and really did turn the World Series. It
Yes, he did.
was,
He
you know,
made Miller's a hero.
yeah.
So
All right.
yeah,
So
so all right. So
I'll bite.
next up while we're on Grisham and we said the nice things. Let's talk about the bottom of the batting order. All right,
That's
that's
something
about how
good.
good they're hitting.
So you've just gone from the good to the bad to the ugly.
Right. Oh, I'm
With
just
it,
we're going to
one
rattle through good to not so good with Grisham, and now we're going to go to the really bad, which the bottom of the batting order is god awful.
terrible.
I mean, all right, you ready? Here's the number 9 hitter. 087 batting average, 276 on base percentage, and an 087 slugging percentage. On the season, he is 2 for 23 with 6 walks and 11 strikeouts.
That's your third
Here's your
baseman.
who should be your number 8 hitter. He's hitting 129 with a 206 on base percentage and a 129 slugging percentage. He's 4 for 31 on the season. He has 2 walks and 10 strikeouts. That would be Jose Caballero. Oh, I know
And
you want to
how
rip
many
a new one
stolen
too.
bases does he have?
And then a guy who came up as an offensive player has become a defensive stud. 167, 286 on base percentage, 167 slugging. He's 4 for 24 on the season with 9 strikeouts in 28 plate appearances. Your catcher, Austin Wells. And then if you put Jazz, who's the number 6 hitter, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Hasn't been
yeah,
much
the number
better.
6 hitter, Jazz on the season, although he had a great at bat yesterday, hopefully it wakes him up. He's 7 for 36 at 194 with a 237 on base and a 278 slugging. He's got 12 strikeouts in 38 plate appearances.
So roughly 33%. So 30%. He's
Yeah,
striking out 30% of the time.
at
Is
least.
that right?
Yeah.
So that's
And what's funny is we talked all off season about McMahon. His strikeout rate is higher than his career average this season. His
yeah.
career average, His career strikeout. He's this year. Well, let's take a look at Mr. Mr. McMahon. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. McMahon has a career strikeout percentage of 29.3.
Wow.
He's at 37.9 this year.
Yeah. He's not even like basically he's not hit the ball
Right.
at
And what's
all this
interesting
season.
is last year he was, last year on two teams, he was 32-3.
Yeah.
I mean, he was 28-7 in 2024, but he's just a strikeout machine. You guys, I said it to you guys that, Kramer was a big proponent of moving closer to the plate. It's not a matter of being closer to the plate. I think he needs his eyes checked.
He just misses everything. He misses everything.
He misses
And I
everything, no
got to
matter what
tell you,
pitches.
this is terrible. My son couldn't believe it when I told him last night that we've got him for another year. This isn't just now. They're paying, what is that? Third, is it 16? So they're paying almost $36 million all in for this guy.
For
He
McMahon, that's
didn't
his contract?
he has two 16 millions, got this year and next year. There's no buyouts, no nothing. And then he has a what they paid him to whatever portion of last year they paid. So you got to think they probably paid about 4 million last year. So, 36 to 38 million for this. And I don't think his defense has been outrageously good this year. He's done well, but he
He hasn't
hasn't
done
been
anything. He hasn't done anything
he's
wrong
missed
defensively.
he has, but he's also missed a couple that they could have gotten ground balls that got over him. You got
I
to let a
think
couple
what's
things
interesting.
go.
Somebody's going to steal home against the Yankees because they've clearly moved him back deep, like the way Matt Chapman plays. They've clearly moved him back to play even
Hmm.
deeper, and somebody's going to steal home on the Yankees because he's just too deep. And against a left-handed pitcher with a right-handed batter, he's just going to take off for home.
Hmm.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, he's 16. You are correct, 16 million. The Yankees did pay him 4.2 million last
There
year.
it is. So 38 million altogether to play for this level of productivity.
36,
For
Mr. Math.
32 and 4, yeah, okay. 36 million. What are they doing? What were they thinking? What was the mindset here?
The
Were they
mindset was he's a
that
stud
bad?
fielder who they thought they could fix the same way they thought they could fix Joey Gallo, or as they say in my cousin Vinny, Joey Callow. Um,
Callow. That's
um,
Jerry Callow.
I
It's
know it's Joey.
Jerry
I
Callow.
know. Anyhow, it's
Uh,
just a
Bad.
shame down there.
Terrible,
It's
terrible. So
awful.
let's talk about them all. I'm not so worried. I never worry about Wells. He's so important. Does a great job. I keep thinking there's still bomb. He's still got some power in there. Not worried about him. I'm very
He had a good
troubled
at
by
bat yesterday. He hit the
Caballero.
ball deep to left field yesterday.
Yeah, I'm very troubled by the shortstop. And I'm gonna go a couple levels here. Don't love his arm. It's just eh. So it doesn't strike me as he's got that. First of all, he's got a second baseman who has a tendency to flip everything. So he doesn't get like nice clean throws from Jazz because Jazz is lazy, catches the ball and does this kind of like little hand flip rather than spinning and giving it a little heft. So he's going to have to be able to move quicker at second when he turns a double play. I also see him go in the hole. Yesterday, went in the hole. Maybe it was yesterday or the day before. He went deep in the hole and threw the ball away
Right. He threw it over Rice's
Bryce.
head. That was yesterday.
So okay, so that maybe it doesn't look like he's comfortable. I don't know what's happening. If there's an
I
injury there
listen,
or what.
but if you look at the play at the plate where he fielded the ground
Great
ball
play,
and threw a
great play.
rifle to home plate, the difference between that throw and the throws from shortstop are he definitely stepped and threw aggressively. He's not stepping and throwing aggressively from shortstop. Now,
And
the
you think it's
question I
because
have
Rice is so bad?
is that Rice? Now, Rice had a great game yesterday defensively.
Yeah,
He had a great game defensively. It was the
I
best
think
game
he's
I've seen
getting
him play
better.
defensively. So
Sorry, I
maybe he's
think he's
getting
getting
better,
better.
but until he can go to his right a little bit better, he made a great scoop. He saved McMahon yesterday.
All right, I think I know compared to young Goldschmidt, compared to Tino, compared to Mattingly, these are the best
No,
ever. Some of these
but then you
guys.
can't. If you're not going to compare, listen, I agree. You can't compare him to those guys. Um, you can probably compare him to a young Tino because Tino was not a good fielder when he came up. But then when we start talking about the bullpen, I don't want to hear about everything is a struggle because nobody's Mariano either. You can't compare
That's right.
anybody.
Yeah, you're right. I'll give you
So
that.
that's
But let me
I
just
agree with
finish
you.
on my Rice point.
I
The
do
thing
think
about Rice,
Rice is young and he's new at the position.
Yeah.
And Tino
And he
was
has to
awful. Tino
play.
was
He
not
has to
good when he
play.
first came up to Seattle.
No. And he wasn't good when he was a Yankee. First came to the Yankees. Yankees, the fans
Something
killed
happened and
him
Tino became a very good fielder.
because he got better. He learned that he got better. He
But then you
got
have to
comfortable
explain to me
playing
how
where he was.
Teixeira got worse when he got on the Yankees, because
That's what
Teixeira used to be
every
good and then he
aspect of
stunk.
Teixeira got worse
Yeah.
when he was with the Yankees. But I think that what I think you have here is we have to have him in the lineup. Not going to be catching. We
Oh, he
don't want
has
him
to be in the
catching.
lineup because the guy's just out of control.
Yeah,
And you know me, I was
he's
the one that was all in on trading his butt.
yeah, yeah.
So, do I
Love the
think he
guy.
can keep it up? No, of course not. Nobody's going to hit 370 with a 1380 slugging percentage.
No,
It's just not going to happen. Not even Judge is going to do that. He might have that slugging percentage, but he's not going to do that. It's
yeah.
just, it's just that Rice is not going to. Rice is, I mean, if Rice hits 30 home runs this year, that'd be fantastic. It's better than I thought he could do. And
I
he
think
is
he's
hitting the
going to
ball
do
hard and
well
they're not
better than
catching
that.
it. So as long as he
I,
keeps hitting it hard.
I think we see a 40 110 guy before too long. I think he's got 40 home runs in him.
Well, he may have 40 home runs. The 110 obviously depends on everything else. Do you realize that Judge has only walked 3 times this year?
That's really
And what's
surprising.
really funny, though, is who bats right in front of Rice? That would be Bellinger, right?
Bellinger.
Guess who's
Yeah.
leading the team in walks?
Bellinger.
He's tied with our man Gus Grisham.
Hmm.
He's got
Yeah.
9 walks, as does Rice now, because they're not. I mean, think
You,
about it. Judge has 3 walks, and the 2 guys behind him have 9 each, and the guy in front of him has 9.
and no thoughts about putting Bellinger back in the leadoff spot. No,
No, not right now.
no.
You can't take Chisholm. I mean, you can't take Grisham out of there. He's getting on base at a
Well, when Grisham
370
goes
clip.
back to being Grisham, you
When he
know.
goes back to being Grisham, I'm all for it. But right now, you can't take Grisham out of the leadoff. But look, I can't believe
Oh,
I'm defending the guy.
good for you. Good for him.
But
The guy deserves some defense. He's
right,
not getting much.
yeah,
I mean, people aren't yelling for his head anymore because he's doing something
no,
that
they're
he's
yelling.
supposed
They're
to do.
yelling for McMahon's head and Jazz's head.
Yeah, that's real
So,
bad. Okay, so then Jazz Malazza Ding Dong. I just can't handle it. I can't stomach it. The play at second base makes me nuts. The kowtowing to it, the failure to dress it correctly. I'm tired of hearing you can't have that. There's a can't have that standard that they use now. They say that when he says that, that's his way of being angry.
right,
If he says you can't have that, we have to make that play. It's considered him being tough on his players.
Boone being tough on his
Boom.
players. Right? Yeah,
That's what's so idiotic. No, being tough on your playing is grab them by their balls, sit them down and say, hey, you want to play? You make that play.
right.
It was just,
What you
you
do
don't
is
sit,
the next time that they have a left-handed pitcher that they're facing, pull his butt,
sit,
sit him down. Don't
sit
sit
down.
McMahon, although that's a painful thing to say. Don't sit McMahon. Sit Jazz, and do whatever you want to do with regard to getting Rosario at second base.
Yeah. When
So it's
Rosario's
just
there,
a it's just a
just
it's
do
just a
it.
horror show. Listen. One of the things that we've talked about, and this is actually going back to the Pete Rose, why I think he should never be allowed in the Hall of Fame,
Mhm.
is one game runs into another game, right? My belief on Pete Rose and why he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, his actions are all in the Hall of Fame with regard to his hits and everything that he accomplished on the field. But why he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame is because if he bet on the Reds to win, which he always, I will say to my dying day, Pete Rose
Yeah.
bet on the
Yeah.
Reds to win. He would manage the day that he bets on the Reds one way, and then the next day he wouldn't bet on the Reds because all of a sudden he didn't have Charlton and the other guys available because even
Because
though
he
they had a
used them
five
when
run
he
lead, he
shouldn't
put
have.
in his best relief pitchers.
That's right.
So
That's
what
right.
Chisholm did on what game did you go to? You went to the game on
Saturday
Saturday?
night. Hmm.
What? Sunday night?
Saturday night.
Saturday night. That play in the ninth inning that he did not play properly, which cost them an out, cost them Bednar yesterday.
That's right. And then we know what happened. They lost. It basically is the butterfly effect,
Exactly.
And this is it. That game they should never have lost yesterday's game based on, again, you never know what Bednar is going to do.
Right,
But
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 Bednar threw so many pitches in the game. He was not good in his last outing that he got to save was in
what what's
Seattle.
What's
And
Michael K's old saying he always says about the
you can't,
predetermined outcome?
you don't
The
know.
fallacy of the predetermined outcome.
That's what he says. But yeah, but I mean, he clearly was not available because of what Jazz did,
Absolutely. What did he
right?
throw? 40 pitches, and
Would
he
he have
threw
thrown
30 the
40
day
pitches?
before.
Well, guess what? They started hitting him more when they got 2 outs, and they would have had 3 outs if Jazz would have made that play,
Yeah. How about
right?
a little love to the Marlins, man? That is a seriously good
They are a
offense.
lot like the teams. They're a lot like Toronto without any power hitters because they
Yeah.
don't strike out.
You gotta love a team that took that seriously and
Mm-hmm.
said, you know what? This is the way you build a baseball team.
They're
Yankees,
trying.
they ain't there. Yanks ain't there. But this would be great.
The Yanks
You
won't be
know,
there. So,
well,
and
they
then the
won't be
last
because
thing
they
that we
have a
want to
team
talk
filled
about,
on contracts of guys who all strike out too much. Every one of them,
yeah,
all the way down the line.
right. And then the other half of the equation with the Yankees and the struggles they're having is something you wrote to me just before the show is Duvall is driving you crazy.
Well, I mean, I love him. I love how he played. He looked amazing in spring training. Looked great, which I hate because 99% of the time that people look great in spring training, they look lousy a week later.
It's
So
like
it's
you look
been
good on the driving range, you don't look good on the course.
there it is. And the great thing is I look bad on both. So that's what's great. I look bad driving range and I look bad on the course. I look even worse. But no, the point is that, you know, these guys look great, look really good against the Giants. And I don't get it, but his command is so awkward. He's so off. When he's off, he just seems to he reminds me, I hate to say it, but he has sort of a uh he has he gets into, who was it last year? It was Williams. How he would deflate when you'd see him. He'd start to deflate out there, and you see it, and it's sad because he shouldn't be. He's so electric, should be able to go in there and attack these guys. He doesn't.
Well, what's interesting to me is he's exactly what everybody out here said he's going to be. Is completely inconsistent, electric stuff, and
Mm,
completely inconsistent. And I think the Yankees thought similarly to when they got Loizaga from the Giants, although he came for nothing because the Giants released his butt, is that they thought that they would be able
fix him.
to fix
Fix
him
him.
to be Loizaga when Loizaga was good.
Yeah.
But it seems to me, and this is what's interesting, is it seems to me that he's more like Bednar in the sense that, you know what? He may need to go down. Wake his butt up. He's
Mm,
got two options left.
mm.
Maybe
Well, they
you
might.
send him down like the Pirates did to Bednar last year and say to him, get your act together, big guy, throw strikes. Your stuff is great
Mm.
and see what happens. The problem with that is the Yankees don't have anybody to bring up. They just don't.
Hold on, I'm talking still, but I have to go turn something off. TV went off very loudly in the other room.
That's okay.
But I think also want to talk to you about the other side of the bullpen. I'm a little troubled with Bird. I think, are they already overusing him? He looked terrible last night.
I'm hoping that that was a flash in the pan and that, listen, Bird's career has been up and down. He hasn't necessarily been a stud relief pitcher his whole career. I mean,
Hmm.
you got to remember, he's, you know, he is what he is. He's got good stuff, but if you look at his career, right, he's been in the majors. He's been in the majors now. This is his sixth year, 3, 4, 5 years. This is his fifth year in the majors, right? The most innings he's ever pitched in a season is 89, his second year in the league. And he was okay. His whip has never been below 1.35. His his ERA plus has always been right around league average, slightly better, slightly worse. Obviously,
Hmm.
last year it was a lot worse. His strikeouts per nine have always been pretty good. Last year with the Yankees, when he stunk, his strikeouts per nine was 18, but his walks per nine were nine. so,
Ah,
so that was a problem. This year so far, his strikeouts per nine is 10 and his walks per nine is two. But, and his whip is still as bad as he was yesterday. His whip is still under one.
wow.
So, I mean, it just tells you how good he was. It's going to be something to see. I mean, his
Yeah.
ERA for his entire career has never been below 4.3. And that was the best year he had was just in 2023 when he pitched the 89 innings. So Bird is not exactly a guy that is history says that he's trustworthy to be your Mike Stanton.
This is a
Not
real
not the
problem.
outfielder, but the left-handed reliever.
And Cruz has the same problem. He's excellent, but also has command issues, can go very dark very fast. So they need a command guy. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to say it right now. They're going to start farting around down in the minors for somebody who can come up who's going to throw gas, and they hope they can control. So get ready for some young guy coming up. It's not going to be Grenier. They think he's the next coming, so they're not going to let him. They're not going to take him off his plan. It'll probably be Elmer's Glue Rodriguez. I have a feeling they'll probably bring him up at some point to throw his 100-mile-an-hour gas. So expect that. But somebody down in the minors is going to be coming up, and it's going to be to fix this bullpen because they're going to lose some games the way they did. They're going to be close. They're going to be 1-1, 2-1 going into the ninth, 10th inning. And then they're going to be like, they're going to run out of people. And suddenly they're going to finally give Cade Windcrest his shot at the major leagues at last.
You're
But
saying it just to piss me off, aren't you?
I am.
All right,
That's,
so I'll tell you who
I
the
do
guy is.
enjoy
You
that
know
a
who the
great
guy
deal.
is that they're going to bring up? The
Ooh.
first guy that they're going to bring up. It will be your friend and mine, Yuri de los Santos.
Yeah, maybe that could be it.
He's not a guy that's going to be very trustworthy either.
But that's
Um,
it. We need that. I'm telling you, they've got this pitching staff. Games like yesterday when Fried pitches 103 should really
he
be
got
able to
screwed
get
yesterday by the
to
bottom of the
come.
order. The Yankees
Terrible.
had so many chances to add
Oh
on and just didn't
God,
do it.
horrifying. So yeah, not they're going to need to fix this. This is the thing that worries me. It worried me off season too. I kept saying I
Well,
wasn't
you
so worried
you
about
in the
the starting.
preseason, you said you thought that was going to be a strength of the team, and I was
What
like, I
a
don't know.
bullpen?
Yeah,
I did not say that.
you said they're going to always fix their bullpen.
I did say that, but I didn't say, I said it's, and because I know they can always fix it, I didn't consider it a weakness. I am considering it a weakness if they can't fix it. So let's hope.
So here's the guys. Here's the guys that are in the 40-man roster that they can bring up and not have to worry about clearing up a 40-man roster spot.
Mhm.
Kevin Castro, who I don't even know anything about him, but he's pitched 5 shutout innings so far down in the minor leagues.
Mhm.
Doesn't strike out a lot of guys. Everybody's favorite, Angel Civilli,
Oh,
who they
yeah. He's
got
going to
from
be up soon.
Rumsfield, who's lighting it
Horrible.
up.
Yeah. Isn't he getting burned? Isn't he a kill down there?
Civilli,
Yeah.
I could tell you right now. For this season, Civilli, they only played for a week. So I don't even see him pitching down there yet this year.
Yeah. All right. All right. So,
And then they've got Chase Hampton.
yeah, but that's somebody they really want to make a starter to be, again, a future.
Yeah, and he's
Probably,
coming
I see
back,
him
but
going
he's
in a
coming back
trade.
from TJ surgery.
He's going in a trade. They'll probably give him a shot, but they're gonna one of these guys, one of this big stud grouper is gonna go in some important trade in June or July.
And
Watch.
then Elmer Rodriguez and Chase Hampton are the two guys
All
that
right.
are also down in the minors on.
I think
And I could see them.
Elmer's
I could
coming
see
up.
them try. I could see them try Hampton as the guy if he
What
comes
about
back. Hampton's not back yet from his injury.
this Ben Hess? How's he doing down there so far?
Ben Hess is not at AAA. He's at AA.
Doubling. All right. All right. So I want to
He's
play
a
a
relief
game in
pitcher.
closing because I do want to go to bed. I've got to work tomorrow. So
I have an
I,
early tea time, so I should probably go to bed too.
okay, but I want to play this new game. Name that bobblehead just by looking at the face of the bobblehead. Can you name who that is?
Well, is it a Yankee bobblehead or a
Of
Highlanders
course, it's
or
a
a?
bob. Look at you see the NY on the chest. So can you tell from the bobblehead the name of the player? All
Well,
right.
it's a right-handed pitcher, but is
All right.
it?
I'm
I
going to
have no
turn
idea. Is it a
around.
player or is it one of the
It,
River
it's a
Dogs?
it's a player. This is a name that Yankee, not Pud Knocker. Name that Yankee.
Um,
All right.
I
Do you want me to
don't
turn
know.
around and help you?
Yeah, go ahead. Tanaka?
Correct.
How is that Tanaka? That guy doesn't look Asian.
This is the Yankees thing. And now here's one that you might have to go back a few years. I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint.
Oh,
But this
when
one,
I get done decorating my office, I'm gonna give you a whole bunch.
name
Is that
that.
Didi? Is that Willie Randolph?
Oh, nail, Willie
Yeah, Willie
Randolph.
Randolph. I figured
You
it out because of
are
the double play turn leg.
you are an animal. You did it. I'm
Okay.
impressed as
I've
all
got a
get
whole
out.
boatload of bobbleheads, but they're all put
Well,
away because I had to redecorate my office.
they need to come out, and we need to play this game every day.
Well,
We'll get a following just from name that bobblehead. All right. So are we done? Oh, that's the Kramer, the poor Kramer. But yeah, I think I'm going to go for Kramer this week. I'm going to give him another shot.
all
I'm
right.
going to
So
teach
ask
him
him
how
if
to
he could
do
do
it.
one of the games this weekend when I'm not around.
Yeah.
I'll let you know my schedule. Tomorrow, you're stuck with just me. Adam is on
my,
Broadway.
my condolences. I feel bad for my fan out there who has to.
The only fan of yours I can see is the one that's on the ceiling. And then we'll go on Wednesday. We're hoping that we can get you back. I do not get
Mhm.
this week. I do not get the Yankees feed. I have to listen to Dallas Braden and the A's announcers because
Oh.
they won't let me. I can't. I probably could go to the Gotham app now that I pay for it. I can go to the Gotham app and watch the game that way. But I think I'm going to go watch the A's because it's fun. Dallas Braden hates the Yankees more than anything I've ever heard.
Oh, I'd love to hear about that. Okay, tell me all about it. All
All
right,
right,
be
guys.
good.
And Adam, as I said to you last night at the close of my show, good luck in prison.
Thank you, and you too.